everybody! Welcome back to the videos. So welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. You can say hello. Benjamin. I know that fan. He sees my ceiling fan up there. Ceiling fan is better than anything, right? He's getting really big, so he's gonna be kind of hard to hold for this video, but I'm gonna try, see if we can keep him in here as long as possible. Today I am doing Benji's 2-month, good job. Benji's 2-month update. All right, so he is 2 months old. I was gonna call him little guy, but honestly, oops, I think I forgot to button your shoulder things. He ain't that little. He's a big boy. We went to the doctor recently, and at his 2-month doctor's appointment, he was almost 13 pounds. He was 12 pounds, 14 ounces. I do not remember how long he was because honestly I was very distracted with other more important health issues to discuss with the doctor, but I do remember he's in the 60th percentile for height and weight. So I would have thought he would have been in a higher percentile than that. Honestly, I was expecting her to say like the 80th or 90th, but she just said 60th. So that was a little bit surprising to me because he does seem so big to me. So first we'll just kind of chat about what he's doing. Like I said, a few little statistical things about him, and then I'll share more about like kind of his health update and the plan there and everything. So like I said, he is almost 13 pounds and he likes the ring light and the fan, and there's all kinds of things to look at. You can hear his kind of noisy breathing there. I did recently move him up to size 2 diapers. Size 1 still technically fit him, but I'm the kind of like mom that if I feel like they're getting kind of on the cusp, I like to go ahead and move them up because it definitely helps with blowouts. So I moved him up to size, like ding! I moved him up to size 2 diapers. Now clothes, y'all, this is where it gets like crazy. So I have purchased him some 0 to 3 month stuff, but it really doesn't fit. It's like he went from newborn to like 3 month and even some 6 month. I recently bought him some Christmas pajamas and I had to buy them in a size 6 month so that they would fit him. So if it doesn't have feet, he can wear a smaller size, but if it does have feet, then I just go ahead and go for the bigger size. Now this outfit he's wearing today is from H&M. And this is a size 2 to 4 months. H&M sizing is kind of strange, just to be honest. For kids, their sizing is strange and it's a little hard to navigate at times. But I did mostly 2 to 4 months for his stuff, and that all seems to fit him pretty well. I buy the twins, they're the 1.5 to 2 year size, and it's still really big on them, even though they're almost 2.5. So, anywhoobs, he's just so cute. I'm sorry, I can't stop staring at him in the viewfinder. He's just so handsome. He's just so handsome. Yeah. I will have some updates about his adoption and everything. Those will be coming up this week. He is smiling a ton. I wish that I could get him to smile for this video, but it's probably not gonna happen. I'm gonna set him down a little bit because my arms are getting heavy. Tired. He's just down here in my lap. I promise I'll pick him back up and show him again. But yeah, so he is smiling a ton, which is so fun. I love seeing those little baby giggles and smiles, and in the morning and stuff like that. Like, he smiles all the time. And the other day I was like, I think he sees ghosts, because sometimes he'll look off into the distance of a room and yeah. He's talking to the fan. Can you hear that? Yeah. And that's new too. He started the little coos and baby talk where he's like, oh God, yeah, yeah. You know, those little noises. Which are so precious. Oh, I love them so much. It's the sweetest sound in the world, literally the sweetest sound in the world are those little baby talking sounds. He's smiling and talking. As soon as I pick him up, he's not going to though. So he smiles and talks to me a lot, and I absolutely love that. So as far as like sleep stuff goes, here's the weird part, and I just feel like it's one of those like mom things. He sleeps pretty well for the first like part. So Ciara and I have been like splitting it up, where Ciara will take him the first part of the night and then I take him the second part of the night. However, when Ciara has him, he will like wake up one time and sleep the rest. Or as soon as he gives him to me, he wakes up like every hour to hour and a half. I'm like, what is going on? And so last night, my mother-in-law was so sweet and she was like, I will take your shift. So her and Ciara kind of split his care last night, because we needed to kind of have like a dry test run because I'm going on a little work trip to New York. And I was going to bring him originally, but then with everything going on with his health, and I felt like it might not be a good idea to bring him on a plane and bring him into New York City, you know, tight spaces full of lots of germs. And then I saw the temperatures were going to be so cold, and I just thought the last thing I want is for him to get a cold or to get RSV or something like that. So I just felt like it would be in his best interest, even though it like pains me to leave him. I don't think I've ever had to leave one of my babies overnight that was this young, that was 2 months old. But I just feel like it's in his best interest, and Ciara's mom is here, so I know there's lots of helping hands and everything, and I know he'll be totally fine. But we decided to have just a trial run last night to make sure that the two of them were cool to handle it and handle him overnight. And so I got a full night's sleep, y'all. I actually went to bed at like 9:30. And I took a melatonin so that I wouldn't, because sometimes if I get an opportunity to sleep, I'll just lay there awake. You know, my brain just kicks in and goes crazy. So I took a melatonin and passed out, and it was so good. I got such good sleep. So anyways, yeah, I mean, during the day, he sleeps these big, long stretches. Like sometimes he'll sleep 4 hours in the middle of the day, like when we're doing schoolwork and stuff, which is great. It's so helpful. I just, that's just the hardest part. Not the hardest part. Maybe it is the hardest part. I think maybe it is the hardest part for me about having a baby. Yeah, for me it is, surely, the sleep deprivation. I just don't do well with a lack of sleep, and the older I get, the worse I do on little sleep. And so I'm just definitely looking forward to when he starts to stretch out his sleep a little bit more. I feel like when I was younger, when Kennedy and Shelby were babies and I was nursing them and everything, like it just, I don't know, it didn't affect me as much, whereas now, like, it really does affect me when I go too long without decent sleep. So looking forward to when that happens. But I think, you know, for him it's tough because a lot of it's wrapped up in his reflux and how he's feeling and everything. And so obviously I don't hold it against him. He can't help it. He just wants to party with mama in the middle of the night, huh? We had fun. We have a little party. Yeah, a little party. Okay, so as far as his health stuff goes, as you can probably see, he still has thrush. We thought, he's gonna yawn, you'll see that white tongue. We thought that we had, it was like, really looks like it was starting to go away. And then when we went to San Francisco, it came back with full force. So I am now going to be trying some different remedies that some people have suggested. Many of you have sent me suggestions, and I've done some research and Googling, and we're gonna try a couple of more like natural homeopathic remedies, because we've tried the medication that the doctor gave us and it's just not working to get rid of it. So there's something, and I know I'll butcher the name, I think it's called Genetian Violet maybe. It turns their tongues purple. But I've heard people say it will kill it. So we've tried a lot of different things, a lot of different natural remedies and stuff, as well as the medication, and we just are just struggling to get rid of the thrush. It's just a real struggle. So hopefully by his next update, by his 3-month update, you will see a beautiful pink tongue in there and not a white one anymore, I hope. Now as far as his LM and his silent reflux, if you saw my video that I put up about my struggle and stuff with anxiety, a lot of that has been related to his health issues have been kind of scary. He has these episodes where he struggles to breathe, and a lot of it is from his reflux, and then the LM kicks in because that's the floppy thing in his throat, makes it harder to breathe. And then he's laying in certain positions, it flops back, and then he can't breathe. It's just been a lot. You know, I've never had to deal with that kind of thing with any of my babies before. And when, you know, when you feel like your baby is not breathing well, and they're not breathing well in their car seats, and you know, you have to be very careful. Like if he cries for 2 seconds, I'm Johnny on the spot, because I feel like I can't let him cry. It could trigger breathing episodes and stuff. So when we're in the car, if he starts crying and we can't settle him down quickly, which we can't feed him in his car seat because of his LM, you can't feed him in his car seat. He just can't breathe well and stuff. So if he starts crying, we usually just have to pull over and try to get him settled and then back on the road, which of course, you know, makes us late to stuff a lot and things. So I feel like it's just kind of one of those life lessons, you know, that gives you grace for other people and understanding, like sometimes, because I've always been the kind of person that's like, if you're on time, you're late, right? Like you got to be early. And I've had to be late to things recently, and that makes me uncomfortable, but like he comes first and I need to stop and pull over and take care of him. So anyways, all that to say, our pediatrician referred us to a pediatric pulmonologist who I was kind of going to wait to film this update till after I saw the pulmonologist, because I will see the pulmonologist in 2 days. And I was going to wait to film this until after I saw them, but then I have my trip to New York and it'll just end up getting backed up. So I'm sure I'll update a little bit in the vlogs and then fully update in his 3-month update. But yeah, so he's gonna go see a pulmonologist. I have a feeling based on some of the information y'all have shared with me who have kids with LM that even though we're gonna see a pulmonologist, we're probably still gonna end up being referred to see an ENT. And that's kind of my next step depending on what the pulmonologist says. So I'm just anxious for answers for him and for me. I mean, my mother-in-law was here when he's had an episode twice since she's been here. The first one was really bad. The second one was more controlled. Like we got a hold of it quicker. The first one, like I was ready to call 911. And even she's like, you know, this is terrifying. And it's like, I don't like to throw around terms like PTSD and stuff. But I'm trying to think, it's traumatic, you know, it's just traumatic on both of us. And it's hard when it's over, like it just leaves you constantly in this fight, flight, freeze mode. So that's been a bit of a challenge. But I'm just trying to like stay super positive through it all, because the likelihood is that he's going to grow out of it without needing any surgeries or anything. But we're obviously ready and willing to do whatever he needs. I'm just anxious for him to be able to sleep and breathe better, and you know, just tough. So he's just the most precious, sweetest, gentle-natured baby I have ever had. I feel like Amelia was a pretty chill baby, but he's even more chilled out than she was. So he is just such a little love bug. I wish you could see him right now. Can you see him? He's such a little love bug. He's just so precious and sweet and snuggly. He loves to smile and like he's starting to kind of work on that little bit of like a laugh and stuff. So it's just really fun to watch his personality develop and kind of see who he's becoming, and that's just really fun, huh? That's just really fun. As far as an update on like baby products and stuff that I've purchased, because I've been asked a lot by you guys, the Snoo has become the most expensive noise machine I've ever purchased. He will nap in it during the day, but he just doesn't, like I said, at night. He's up every hour, so it's just not. It's really, I think, one of those things that I'm not saying that it's not worth the money or that it wouldn't work for someone else. I'm just saying that with his particular set of issues, it just kind of sits there. And I honestly, like, I turn it on for the white noise because I add that to my other white noise machine and then I get a lot of white noise. But yeah, it's just kind of sitting there right now. So I'm probably going to go ahead and list that and sell it at some point, because sorry, the lighting is changing drastically in here, but I'm going to try to finish this up. By the time he's able to use that, by the time he grows out of the LM, he'll be too big for it anyway. So I think I'm probably going to have to just go ahead and sell that. It's literally barely been used, so that's unfortunate. But it hasn't worked great for us. Same thing with the 4Moms Mamaroo. We just have barely used it. Those were things that we thought we really needed and would use, but we've just really, those baskets, the Moses basket and the flat basket, those are the things that we use the most for him. And of course, our situation is unique in that we have so many people living in our home. And so between myself, my husband, and my older girls, and now grandma's here for a while, there's always someone to hold him or wanting to hold him. So he doesn't need to be set down quite as often as I think a baby would if your husband's gone at work all day and you're at home with a toddler and a baby, right? I think it's just a little bit of a different situation. So definitely don't, so I'm not trying to say like, don't buy those things, they're a waste of money, you won't need them, you won't use them. You might. It's just for me in our particular situation, I just haven't used a lot of that stuff. Nothing else has really changed. I haven't bought a whole lot of new baby products that I've been purchasing. I've got him a few new outfits, mostly from H&M. I really like their baby clothes, so I've gotten him a few new outfits from H&M. And he's really just now getting to the age where I'm starting to look for like a little entertainment center, lay on his back and look at. But again, he's usually like propped up and stuff. So I need to find the right thing for him there. I will say baby carriers have been a lifesaver. I switched between a Solly wrap, I have a Wild Bird, and then I just got the new Ergo newborn infant carrier. I want to say it's called like Essence or something. I'll leave it linked down below. I'm obsessed. It's still on my list to make a video for my second channel that's a comparison of the 3 different baby carriers, because I love them all for different reasons, and so I want to share them and kind of the pros and cons of each. But yeah, super love that Ergo carrier. It's so easy to use, so comfortable for them. I wore him around the Renaissance Festival and he slept in that thing for 4 hours. He did not wake up for like 4 hours in that carrier, so he likes it too, which is obviously very important. Again, he just turned 2 months old, so he's not really rolling over or anything like that yet. He is lifting his head a lot and really well when you put him on his tummy. And like I said, he's just making tons of facial expressions, smiling. He's trying to kind of laugh, and he's starting to coo and talk. So he's just really like, you know, discovering himself and his personality and his feelings for things around the world. Oh, also, as far as eating goes, he has been on about, at this point, it's been like 75 to 85% donated breast milk. We just ran out again, so we've started using formula, but we have a couple people who've been donating breast milk to us, so that has been wonderful for him. I love that he's still been able to have breast milk even though I couldn't produce any. So I think that's everything. I hope I didn't forget anything. I can't wait, y'all, for comments to come back. I feel like they're going to, with the changes YouTube is making in January and everything. I feel like when our channel gets looked at again, we will get our comments back. I'm hoping and believing that to be true, that at some point in the next few months we'll get our comments back. But we don't have them right now, and it bums me out because I would love to like chat with you guys in the comments of this video. It just really bums me out. But anyways, that's it for today's video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this little update on Mr. Benjamin. He's doing fantastic, all things considered. And like I said, he's just such a gentle baby, like gentle natured. He's like a wise old owl, you know, kind of thing. So I feel like I always say this with like every child that we add to our family. It's like, once they're here, we wonder how they were ever not here. And like, we feel like they filled this void that we didn't even know was a void. And like, that's totally how we feel about Benjamin. Like, everybody's just crazy about him, and it's like he's always been here, you know? And it's crazy to think that there was life before without him too, you know? Anyway, so that's it for today's video, guys. You want to say bye-bye? You say bye-bye? So I'll see you guys later. Oh, did you wave a little bit? Say bye-bye. Say see you friends later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, guys. Yeah, this is Maya. All right, we will see y'all later. Say bye-bye. Yeah? Yeah?
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we